I was kind of an idiot in my last video since I have promised to include a link on how to farm corn bots parts fast in Necraloid doing the Isolation Vaults missions. The link was an old video, but it works until now. However, I decided to just give you guys an updated video about it, since I messed up in my last video, and I would like to make it up to you. There are two parts on this video. One is for those who don't have Necromeshs yet, and the number 2 part are for those who already own a cornbot and would like to farm more Necraloid standings. So why farm Necraloid standings or even do Isolation Vaults? First of all, you can get mesh parts on this mission, and secondly, you can get Deimos fishing and mining resources, and as well as other Deimos resources like mutagen samples and nanospores. It can even drop some void traces and Aeton stars. The best part is, it only takes a couple of runs to max the standings, and also, you can use those fishing parts, mining minerals, and Deimos resources to increase your Intrati rankings also. You can trade the resources you get from the Isolation Vault run to father, daughter, and also, you can get mother tokens which increases the Intrati standings fast. Long story short, if you are farming Isolation Vaults, not only that you get the parts for your cornbot, but also you are benefiting from the resources you get from the mission since you can trade it with standings, and you can get almost all the stuff in Deimos. Now before we get into builds, I would like to give some tips because Digital Extremes did change Isolation Vault mission a bit. Right now, you don't need to finish a tier 1 to proceed to tier 2 Isolation Bounty, and then tier 3. If you prefer to just do the tier 3 Isolation Vault mission, then you can do that by simply going to Mother and getting the mission. Tier 3 ISO Vault runs yield the most matrices which you can trade for Necraloid standings. But, here's the catch. You can select tier 3 Isolation Vaults only inside the Necralisk and not outside Cambion Drift. In my opinion, it's better to just do all tier Isolation Vaults than to just select the tier 3 because the mission itself is not that hard and it would only take a couple of minutes to finish your Isolation Vault tiers. Also, it's crucial that you do the bonus mission after killing the enemy cornbots in the Isolation Vault. As you may know, players must find the vault door after killing the cornbot, and hit the reactive crystal on the plinth in front of it with the operator's void damage. This will spawn Lloyd, who will roam around to activate the door's keys. Players must defend him from continuously spawning infested. The Necraloid can be healed for 500 health if he is hit with Void Blast. Once Lloyd has activated the keys and returned to the door, players must solve the vault's Requiem cipher. They are only given a brief moment to memorize the pattern on the door before interacting with the nearby reactive crystals via void damage, in the order of the symbols from top to bottom. Failing the cipher does not alter its pattern, but 3 failures will trigger the failsafe and cause the vault to become permanently inaccessible. Solving the Requiem cipher will complete the bonus bounty and provide an additional reward from the drop table, and players may help themselves to the many Cambion Drift resources inside the vault, including fishing and mining parts, along with argon crystals and Aeton stars. There are also some good capture scene drops inside the vault, so you might as well check it out if you are into capture mode. In case you are wondering where can you find the Isolation Vault missions in Cambion Drift, then the old but gold Deimos map made 2 years ago by Charybdis is still the most trusted Cambion Drift map for players right now. Now let's get into the builds. First of all, let's discuss if you don't have a cornbot yet, a Warframe that can slow enemies will be good for killing cornbots. However, it's also better to take survivability into account as most abilities don't work against the Necromeshs. I would suggest Nyx for this mission because of her 4th ability that allows you to become invulnerable. In terms of slowing the cornbot, you can always use Zanuric's Temporal Blast to slow them down or the Magus Lockdown. Nyx's Psychic Bolt works with the Bone Widow cornbot and it can strip all their defenses. However, it does not work with the Void Rig bot. In terms of weapon choices, I still prefer Struffer build with heavy attack radiation. Remember that you must first hit the arms of the bots and destroy both of them, before you can finish them off. This setup will allow you to finish all tier Isolation Vaults easily, and you can have your first cornbot within a couple of days. After having all the necessary stuff, I would suggest that you build Void Rig first because he's the best Eidolon hunter in the game and he's also the best Isolation Vault farmer. But instead of the usual Novan Molecular Prime combo, we will be using Necros. Why? First of all, Necros Creeping Terrify can slow down cornbots. Secondly, his Desecrate works with corn bots and it allows us to gain extra matrices. Not only that, but doing the missions itself allows you to gain more Deimos resources with Necros, and when you do the bonus stage, then you will get extra resources, mining parts, fish parts, and other stuff in the vault. The only thing you will need is to cast Desecrate and kill enemies until you reach the final stage. And then, in the stage wherein you kill the corn bots, all you need to do is cast Creeping Terrify to slow the machines, then drop Void Rig, and then murder them. Rinse and repeat the process, but don't forget to keep Desecrate active all the time. With a Creeping Terrify Necros plus Void Rig build, Isolation Vaults will be a big walk in the park, and you can get all the stuff from the mission easily, and with extra. It's the best way to farm Isolation Vaults, and it would take just a couple of minutes to run and finish the mission. I hope that this video will help you in some way. For those asking why I did not stream on my Twitch channel the last 2 days, it's because I was too busy in real life. Sorry, but I hope you understand. I will be back on streaming maybe this week, and I hope to see you in my stream. Thank you all for your love and support. I really appreciate all the things you have done for me and my family. Thank you so much. I hope you are all well, stay safe and God bless. Squad leader signing off.